So my name is Becca, and this is my sweet kitty, Katrina. We found her when she was 6 weeks old because the roommate that I had at the time had a friend who found her by the cottages and couldn't keep her. And so she texted Kara, who was my roommate at the time, to see if she knew anybody that would take her, and I wanted a kitty. And so we went and picked her up, and I knew she would be my kitty from the first time that I met her because when I grabbed her, she made a little meow. And I always wanted a vocal kitty, and she still talks to me today. She's gonna fight me. I'm not gonna be able to hold her. I don't actually know the specific breed of cat that Katrina is, but from my best guess, she is a tabby Maine Coon mix, and from the way that she's grown and her personality, I'd say that's a pretty good bet. So we try to get her nice toys, but her favorites are the pieces of trash that she finds around the house, like zip ties or paper balls or just plastic bags that are on the floor. She does very much like the little tunnel that we got her, I think because it gives her a place to hide. She thinks that nobody can see her, but she's wrong. She's hidden behind remotes before also, which is precious but silly because, again, we can all see her. She loves to chew on boxes and play on them or play in them just like any other cat on the face of the planet, but particularly Katrina, I think. Katrina is probably the moodiest cat I have ever met. She'll go from being loving and sweet and affectionate to wanting to play and attacking your hand and trying to get you to play with her. She's very much a mama's girl. And I think part of that is because of when Brandon and I got her. She was so young. Typically cats aren't taken from their parents until they're 8 weeks old because that's when they've started to wean off of them and everything else and sort of become more independent. And so I think that she has very much formed an attachment with me, which I can't argue against. A roommate has a dog, and we got Katrina while she was a kitten while Blackjack was still a puppy. He was about 4 or 5 months old. And so they essentially grew up together and they get along very, very well.
I'm Clara and this is Blackjack, my baby. So the first 2 years of college were rough for me. I found out I had anxiety and seasonal depression. And I knew I needed to do something, but exercise wasn't working, and neither was like talking about it or trying to put my mind off on other things. And I was doing an internship at a hospital this summer after my sophomore year, and this lady wanted to get rid of one dog because he looked too much like a poodle. And I was like, well, you know what? That's gonna help me. I'm gonna get it. Even though my mom thought that he'd be fugly, he ended up being the cutest little thing in the world with an underbite. And now he's just a belly rubbing crazy thing. I don't even know what to call him other than a bed hog. He loves my roommate's cat, and ever since I grew up together, he will run up to any cat thinking that it's his best friend. And most of them aren't. They're not like Katrina. They're more like, get the hell away from me. And he thinks that mini ponies are dogs. And he literally tries to play with them like they're dogs. Those are the dogs that he likes, or mini ponies.
Hi, I'm Clara, and this is Mila. She's a 6-month-old husky lab with probably something else in it. I'm not sure. I'll get it tested one day because she doesn't look like a husky lab to me. But I wanted to get a dog. I've always wanted a dog, but I decided I'm gonna get a dog after I graduate college because that's the financially smart thing to do. But then last year around September-ish, I was like, I want a dog now because that semester I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, and I knew that a dog would help. What I didn't know is that a puppy would make it worse, but that's besides the point. So how I found her was I was looking for dogs for a while, a month and a half. I was looking for dogs, and I would find dogs, and then they would be adopted. And so I was just on Craigslist one day, which I don't really trust, but I was there, and I saw this ad for newborn puppies. And so I looked at the pictures, and they were adorable. And I didn't look at what breed it was Shepherd because they're small and nice. But then I saw it was a Husky, and I had already fallen in love with this one picture, and it was Mila because she was the weirdest looking one. Weird meaning like unique. Like all of her brothers and sisters were like dark or white, and she was multicolored. And so I texted the lady. I was like, "Can I have this dog?" And she's like, "Yep." And she was $50, so that should have told me. It's a little sketchy, but she was $50, so I was like, "I'll get a dog for $50." Oh, I touched the mic.
That's fine. I didn't hear it.
And so I kept texting the lady. I was like, this is hella sketchy. So I'm just gonna like say, I'm gonna ask her for photos of like the parents so I know like what they look like. Who knows if those are their parents or like, I don't know, whatever. So she sent me a picture of a Husky that looked like a straight up wolf. Like a gray wolf. It looked like a gray wolf. It was weird. And then another like Husky lab. So she's 3/4 Husky, 1/4 lab. And she looked like a Husky when she was newborn. Like she was so beautiful. And she was really dark. Like she was a dark puppy. Like she turned really like a light brown after a couple months. What else?
What are some of her quirks or derpy things she does?
I noticed at a young age that she was a weird dog. She's very intelligent, but she is the stupidest dog sometimes. She is really derpy. She has an attitude like no other. It's hilarious. It's that Husky attitude where